You are sitting in that corporate office right now, competent, respected, good at what you do, making someone else wealthy, while your skills, the one you use every day from Monday to Friday, every single day, could be generating you $1,000, $5,000, even $10,000 per month on the side. And I'm not talking about some side hustle. I'm not talking about some side hustle selling tea leaves, essential oils. I'm talking about packaging what you already know, what you've already been doing into offers that other corporate professionals, businesses, or even companies desperately need. My name is Coach Richard Olo, and over the past 10 years, I have helped hundreds of corporates just like you turn their expertise into profitable consulting business. Not by learning something new, that's not what I'm talking about, not by quitting their jobs, that's not what I'm talking about, but by monetizing the skills they already have. In the next 30 minutes or less, I'm going to show you 10 corporate skills that are sitting dormant in your brain right now. Skills that other companies will pay you premium fees for. And you can start packaging these skills into $2,000, $5,000, even $10,000 offers per month. Stick with me, this is going to change everything. But before we dive into the 10 skills, let me tell you a story from my book, Beyond Office. If you don't have that book, you need to check it out. There was once a village in West Africa where people wore beautiful, shiny stones around their necks, especially during evening dances. These stones were very common along the river beds that no one thought much of them. They were just ordinary. Now, a missionary arrived and started buying these stones for some few coins. The villagers thought, great, this is free money for just rocks. What they didn't know that those stones were actual diamonds, high quality diamonds. What the villagers gave away for pennies, the missionaries sold in distant markets for thousands of dollars. So one day, a villager found this very large, shiny stone, and he knew what was going to do. He just ran and brought it to the missionary. So what happened when the missionary saw this big, huge stone, he knew that he had hit. He knew his life was going to change. So the missionary disappeared forever. Why? Because he returned to his home country and built a multinational game business from that single transaction. So here's the truth. You are that villager. You are sitting on diamonds. Your corporate skills, your frameworks, your experiences, the one you've been giving away for free. I'm talking about that casual advice in Zoom meetings. I'm talking about that quick tips to colleagues. I'm talking about that LinkedIn post that it costs you nothing. Meanwhile, other people, I'm talking about consultants, coaches, agencies, are right now today taking that similar knowledge, packaging it properly, and charging $5,000, $10,000, even $50,000 for it. As Myron Golden says, you'll never be able to sell until you understand this. There are already right now millions of people in the world who love to pay you if they only knew you existed and you had their solution. The problem isn't that your skills are invaluable. The problem is you haven't recognized their value yet. So let me show you the diamonds that you're sitting on. Are you ready? Let's do that. So I want to show this step by step, skill by skill. So let's start with the first. So look at this. Skill number 1, process optimization. So process optimization. You know that thing you do where you look at a workflow and immediately see the bottlenecks, where you can cut a 10-step process down to a 5-step and save the company 20 hours a week. See, that's not common sense. That's a premium skill. Right now, if we are to discuss the market need, Right now, small and medium businesses are drowning in efficiency. They know something is wrong, but they can't see it because they are too close to it. You know, they say if you're in the bottom, you do not see the bottom. So they are too close to the problem. They need an outside expert, someone like you who can come in, edit their process, and redesign for them for speed and efficiency. They're looking for that kind of person. So how would you package that skill? Well, you can have a 5-day process optimization audit. A 5-day process optimization audit. So you spend 5 days analyzing their current workflows. You identify the 3 biggest bottlenecks, and then you redesign the process and train their team. And you can charge $2,000, $5,000 for small businesses, even $10,000 for the large companies. So what am I talking about? One of my clients, Rosadem, a CPA with over 18 years of financial leadership experience, was giving away her process advice for free for non-profits. Then after working with me, she created the Financial Reporting Clarity Insight program. She helps non-profit leaders with financial reporting clarity by diagnosing what's blocking their clean, accurate, board-ready reporting and what to fix fast. This is what she's doing. So Rose went from just the free advice to now offer $3,000 per engagement with the same skill, just different packaging. So this is what I want you to see. You see, you are not selling, and this is a key insight. This is something you need to note. This is something that you need to note. You are not selling process optimization. That's not what you're selling. You are selling time back to the business owners, to the company leaders. You are selling sanity. You are selling the ability for their teams to go home at 5 p.m. instead of 8 p.m. So that is what people will pay for. So here is our second skill. Project management. How many of us have heard about that? And right now, let's think about it. So project management. You have been managing cross-functional teams for years. You know how to create timelines, manage stakeholders, keep everyone aligned and actually get things done on time and on budget. Most small business owners, if you think about it, they start projects, but they can't finish them. Or if they are to finish them, they finish them 3 months late and 50% over budget. So guess what? There's a market need. Every business has a business they can't execute. They have projects they can't execute. Maybe a new product launch, maybe a website redesign, maybe a system implementation. They have ideas. They have budgets. What they don't have is someone like you who can actually manage it from start to finish. So you'll ask me, Coach, okay, what can I offer? The 90-day project delivery system. That is your offer right there. You take their stalled or maybe the upcoming project, you create the roadmap and the timelines, you manage the execution or train their team to do it, you deliver it on time and on budget, and then you charge $2,000 or $7,000 depending on the project complexity. So think about it. If you came and I'm going to lose $50,000, $20,000 as a business, and you can save me that and you're asking for $3,000, think about that. So when we talk about this, I wanted to think about the transformation. What is it worth to that business owner? So what is it to the business owner to finally launch that product they have been stalling about for maybe, or stalling with, or talking about for over 18 months? And so they finally get it done, and within the time and within the budget. What would it be worth for them to finally get a system implemented that will save them $50,000 this year? If you can deliver on that, the $5,000 is a bargain. It's a giveaway. So again, the key principle here is this. I remember this, and I wrote this in my book, The Beyond Office. Your product is just the vehicle. It is the transformation from before to after that really matters. It is the transformation. So look at it in this case. Before, there is chaos, there is missed deadlines, there's wasted money, there's team frustration. And then how about after working with you? Completed project, happy team, ROI realized, a business moving forward. So that is your offer. So your offer is the transformation. So that is skill number 2. Why don't we jump to skill number 3 and see that this is serious? So skill number 3. So do you see skill number 3? Training and onboarding. So what about training and onboarding? You have done this 100 times in your corporate role. Think with me. How many times have you done? New employees start, you create the training plan, you develop the materials, you guide them through those first 90 days, and somehow they actually become productive. Now that's not luck, that is a skill. So that's not luck, that's a skill. Now small business, let's think about the market need of this. Small businesses have terrible onboarding. Terrible, I mean terrible onboarding. New employees show up, they get a laptop, and they tell them good luck, figure out. They pat on their back. Now what's the result? It takes 6 to 9 months for that employee to become productive. 6 to 9 months. And guess what? 40% of them quit within the first year because they never felt properly trained or properly supported. So why not, because you think, okay, coach, what can I offer? Why not think about the 30-day onboarding system? That is your offer. So you design a structured 30-day onboarding program. You create the training material. I'm talking about the checklist and the milestones. You train the business owner or manage it, so that they can manage to run it. So what's the result? New hires become productive in 30 days instead of 6 months. 30 days. And then you charge $2,000 to $4,000 for the system and the design and the materials. Or you could think about the premium version, which you do it for them, done for you onboarding. You personally onboard their next 5 hires. You refine the system based on what works. Then you hand over that perfected system and charge $5,000 to $10,000. And again, these are not things in the air. My current client, Ruth Wangui, a CPHR and HR manager, is doing this. Because this is what she has been working on inside her organization. And get what? After our King's Court coaching, she created the Authentic Living, that is help burned out corporates find work that aligns with themselves. That is one. But a part of her offer includes onboarding frameworks that help companies retain their talented people that they actually want to keep. So she's now charging $2,500 per engagement if you want to be able to work with her. This is what she's doing. So what is the wisdom behind this? Think about David. David didn't need Saul's armor. This is huge. He needed his sling, the tool he had mastered while protecting the sheep. Remember, every day he was playing around with his sling, killing out animals. So you don't need to become something you are not. In fact, when Saul suggested he use Saul's armor, he tried it, said, no, this is not going to work for me. So you need to package what you already know, what you've already mastered in your corporate role. That is the reason for this video. So this brings me to skill number 4. Do you see it? Internal systems building. Internal system building. You know how to take a chaotic mess and turn it into a system. You know how to create the infrastructure that makes a business run smoothly without constant firefighting. I'm talking about CRM systems. I'm talking about sales processes. I'm talking about customer service workflows. I'm talking about financial tracking. I'm talking about HR policies. You see, you've built all of this inside your corporate role. You've done this. Now, small businesses desperately need this because think about the market need. Most small businesses operate in constant reactions. Every day they're in chaos because they have no systems. The owner is doing everything manually, making decisions on the fly, reinventing the wheel every day. You see, so they want to scale, they want to grow, but they can't because they have no infrastructure. So what's the offer, you'll ask me? Why not have the business operating system build? Yes, that is your offer, the business operating system build. So you audit their current operations, and guess what? You build them or guide them on how to build them. You document everything so that it's repeatable. And charge $5,000 to $15,000 depending on the complexity. You see, I'm just talking about this. Do you see how we can serve our continent? If we bring all this that you're already doing and make the small businesses more effective, more efficient, and they're going to do bigger businesses, this is how you turn just from earning on a job to now following a purpose. So do you get what I'm talking about? So think about what it is worth to a business. They stop answering the same question 47 times. They stop being the bottleneck in every decision because they don't have system. That's what leaders do in businesses. They stop losing customers because nothing is documented. And they stop losing employees because there's no structure. You see, if building can scale their business, think about it. If it can scale their business from $500,000 to $1 million in revenue within a year, what's the worth? What's the worth? So again, a key insight is this. The big principle is this. You are not selling systems. You are selling the owner their life back. You are selling the owner their life back. And I teach this in my King's Code program. When you position your brand this way, you can offer many different solutions because they will be eager to buy from you instead of from someone else. You've solved this, they are now making more money. Then guess what? You can bring in the next offer. So we are more than halfway through, and I haven't even gotten to the skills that command the highest prices yet. But this is what I'm hoping. Before I continue, I want to ask you something. Can you see it now? Do you see it now? Can you see that what you do every day, the skills that you take for granted, are exactly what businesses need and will pay for? Do you see that? If you can see, that is good, because I want to show you one more skill that will take you that can make you from anything from $5,000 to $10,000 per month. And guess what? It's not some hidden skill somewhere in the sky. It is what you already have. What is that? Do you see that? Stakeholder communication. Stakeholder communication. So, stakeholder communication. You know how you manage that up, manage across, and manage down. You know how to translate. You know how to translate technical information for executives. You know how to get them to buy in. I'm talking about that resistant department heads that they don't want to get. You know how to get them in. You know how to communicate difficult messages without causing chaos. Think about most business owners. They are terrible at this. So you ask me, Coach, what is the need? What's the market need? Oh, companies are full of smart people who can't communicate their values. I mean, engineers who can't explain their work to the CEO if the CEO asks them what they do. Teams who can't collaborate with, maybe the marketing cannot collaborate with operations. This department that operate this in silos. So what is the result? Misalignment, wasted resources, good ideas that die because no one could articulate their value. So what can you offer? The communication strategy package. You design communication frameworks for their key meetings. You create templates for different stakeholder groups. You train their leaders on executive communication, and then you can charge anything like $4,000 to $6,000. Or you can do a premium version of this. So premium version could be the functional communication director, and you become their outsourced communication expert in this case. So there you are given a monthly retainer, maybe of $2,000 to $5,000. So you manage all their internal and external stakeholder communication. You create the messages, manage the delivery, track the results. These are things you can do in the night. And guess what? What's the transformation? Before you come in, confusion, misalignment, wasted meetings, initiatives that fail because no one understood them. These are before you come in. After, you bring in what? Clarity. You bring in alignment. You bring in efficient meetings, initiatives that succeed because everyone knows what's happening in the right way. So you can see the transformation you bring. Again, this is a key principle. I keep on repeating this, hoping you get it. Remember what Myron Golden teaches. Selling is not about me trying to get you to buy. Selling is me persuading you. And persuasion starts with understanding stakeholders. What do they need? What do they fear? What language do they speak? See, that skill you use every day, all right? So you can see the skill that you already have is the one that I'm talking about. I'm not talking about you learning anything new. So I did want to spend 2 hours on this video explaining skill after skill, but I hope you get it by now. The skill that you already have, what am I talking about? Think about this, analytics and reporting. That is skill number 6. How about skill number 7? Think about this, change management. Change management. These are skills that every day you are using. How about hiring and interviewing? You are already doing this. Okay, how about skill number 9? Documentations and SOPs. These are things that you're already doing. Okay, how about skill number 10? Decision frameworks. So what am I trying to say? You have these things. So there you have it. 10 corporate skills, 10 potential $2,000, $10,000 offers. And here's the beautiful thing. You don't need all the 10. I'm not saying now go and learn all the things. You just need one. And you already have that one. You already have something. That's why they are paying you. So that one skill, one offer, one clear transformation, that is what you need. So package it properly, position it correctly, price it confidently, and you can build a $5,000, $10,000, even $20,000 per month consulting business, coaching business, while still working your corporate job. But now, here is what most people get wrong. This is the big mistake. This is the critical mistake. Most corporate professionals I talk to have the same problem. They know they are good at what they do. They know they have valuable skills. They know businesses need help. They know that. But they can't sell it. They can't sell it. Why? Because they make the mistake I made when I first started. I want to hear me out. This is my personal pain. When I started in 2015, I was passionate about helping people. I had valuable knowledge from working with organizations like World Vision, Compassion International. That's because I had trained, or I was training thousands of young people. I'd worked with these major NGOs. I was doing it as my passion. So people would pay me, yes, but I failed to turn it into a business. I'm talking about a real business. I failed to make it sustainable. So you know what changed? 2020 was the turning point for me. That was COVID. When COVID hit, I had to figure out how to do it. Because remember, I started 2015, 2020, that's 5 years of me being in the wilderness. But so when COVID hit, I had to figure out to turn what I was doing physically, take it online. So guess what? I had to invest massively in trainings and in online mentorships. And I learned something that changed everything for me. If you could hear me and take anything, take this one thing. And this is what I learned. You can't sell your skills. You have to sell the transformation. This was the game changer for me. This was the game changer for me. Listen to me. No one is right now thinking, woke up this morning thinking, I really need someone with project managing experience. No, they woke up thinking, I need this project finally finished. That is what they woke up thinking. Why? Because then they can stop stressing about it. No one woke up thinking, I need a process optimization expert. No. What did they woke up thinking? They woke up thinking, I need my team to stop wasting 20 hours a week on this broken workflow, this thing that's not moving. So for me, the breakthrough, what I go to learn, and I paid a heavy price to learn, is that your corporate skills, yes, are valuable, but your skills are not your offer. Let me say it again, because this is so critical. Your skills are the vehicle. Your skills are the vehicle. The transformation is what they are buying. They only buy the transformation. So most corporate professionals spend all their time talking about the vehicle instead of the destination. When you're going for a journey, you do not think about the vehicle, you think about the destination. So then, what am I saying? This is why, personally, I created my 5-day one-on-one challenge on creating your $5,000 offer. Yes. And in that 5 days challenge, because I have learned the hard way, and I have helped hundreds today learn that yes, having valuable skills is not enough. That is the beginning. Now you need to know how to identify which of those skills translates into the highest valuable offer. That's the beginning point. From what you have, which skills can you use? Then how do you package it in a way that businesses understand and want the offer? That is huge. How do you package it in that way? And then how do you price it confidently? So that you're not undercharging. 90% of consultants are undercharging. That's why they get out of business. Then how do you position it so that right customers can find you? How do you position it? And then how do you present it in a way they say yes? These are critical things, because once you have the skills that you already have, but you do not know these things I'm talking about, you're still going to get stuck. So that is what I do with you one-on-one for 5 days in my 5 days one-on-one challenge. But here is the good news. Before the 5 days challenge, I want to invite you to something that is free. Now it is free, but highly valuable. This coming Tuesday, 7 p.m. Nairobi time, I'm hosting a live workshop where I'm going to show you my 3-step framework for turning your corporate skills into $2,000 to $5,000 per month offer. In this workshop that is free Tuesday evening, you're going to discover what I call the diamond identification method. That is one. So number one, you're going to learn the diamond identification method. How do you identify which of your corporate skills has the highest market value so that most people pick? I can tell you, you know what? Most people pick the wrong one and waste months. Number two, we are going to look at the offer architecture system. How do you package your skills into a clear, compelling offer that businesses actually understand and want to buy? Number three, we're going to look at the confident pricing formula. How do you price your offer so you're not leaving money on the table? I'll show you why most corporates, the corporate professionals, undercharge by like 80%. Now, this workshop is completely free. And it's this Tuesday evening. And I'm going to walk with you through the exact process my clients use to create their offers. And you know what? You're asking, what coach, what are you talking about? I've been talking about my client Rosa Dem, the CPA with over 18 years of financial experience. She went through the workshop and the challenge. She created her Financial Reporting Clarity Inside program, and now helps nonprofits with clarity in their reporting, and guess what, charging anything from $3,000 above per engagement, depending on the nature of work. How about Coach Catherine Mawome right now? FCII qualified insurance expert. She went through this same process. She created her insurance leadership accelerator, and now right now commands premium fees for her training. Talk about Ruth Wangoi, the CPHR, helping band out corporates. What did she? Went through the same process. Catherine Ochako, former tech head, who turned her crisis into her calling. went through the same framework. I can count Dr. Dorcas. I can count one after one, hundreds of them. These are real people. They have got a real result. Same process that you're going to learn this Tuesday evening. So think about it. You have a choice now. So look at the choice you have right now. You can keep giving away your expertise for free on your LinkedIn page. Keep being undervalued. Keep making someone else wealthy while your diamonds sit in the dirt. Or you can take the first step. Register for my Tuesday workshop. Show up. Learn the framework. But the workshop, the one that's free, that's my community service. If you want to go deeper, if you want hands-on, personalized help building your first, 2K, 5K offer, you can join the 5-day challenge. But for the workshop, that's free. That's my community service. That's me saying, let me show you what's possible. Let me show you the framework. So here is what I want you to know about corporate professionals like you. I'm glad you are still with me. You are smart. You are capable. You are responsible. But you are also busy. You're also busy. And guess what? You tell yourself, I will do that later. You wrote it in your New Year's resolution. But guess what? Right now, you've started pushing it. And so when you say, when things calm down, but maybe when I have more time, but things will never calm down. Do they? Have they? It's you to answer that. So there's always another project, another deadline, another reason to postpone. And meanwhile, the potential consulting business, the one that could give you freedom, could give you leverage, could give you control, remains stuck on your head. So I want to paint for you the cost, because most of us really don't appreciate the cost. So let me paint the picture for you that will explain to you the cost of this waiting. If you could create a $5,000 offer, and let's say that you wait for a year without doing it, that means you are losing $60,000, because you know what, the offer is $5,000. If you're doing you're selling one a month, that is 12. And so you are losing $60,000. That's the price of saying, I will do it later. So what am I saying? Here's the opportunity. How about if you started now? If you register for the Tuesday workshop, learn the framework, take the action, and you could have your first paying client maybe in the next 45 days. And if one client pays you $2,000, maybe $3,000, maybe $5,000, and again, this is not fantasy. That's the result my clients get every day, every morning, following this process I'm talking about. So here's what I want you to do right now. Not later, right now. Not tomorrow, right now. Step number 1, look in the description below. I'm to the description of this video. You will see a link to register for the Tuesday evening free workshop. I want you, step number 2 is click that link. Enter your name, enter your detail, and then reserve your spot. Which means step number 3, show up this Tuesday evening. Bring a notebook, bring questions, bring your commitment to finally turn your expertise into income. See, it is your first step of faith. And these are 3 simple steps that I want you to take. Step 1, look into the description, find the link. Step 2, click the link. Step 3, show up. So, you know what? I think I would close in this way. Myron Golden teaches this thing that it changed my life forever. You'll never be able to sell until you understand this. There are already, right now, millions of people in the world who would love to pay you. They would love to pay you. If only they knew you existed and had their solution. Those people are out there right now. I'm talking about their businesses are struggling with the exact problems you solve every day in your corporate job. They are searching for someone like you. The question is, will you make yourself findable? That's the real question. Will you make yourself findable? Will you package your value? Will you step into the version of yourself that says, I have something valuable to offer and I'm going to do it confidently? So this is my last reminder for you. You are not a sheep. You are a lion. It is time you stop eating grass with the head and start claiming your territory. Yes, stop playing small. Start claiming your territory. Your skills are diamonds. Your experience is valuable. Your knowledge can change businesses, can change this world. It's time to package it. It's time to price it. It's time to profit from it. And I will show you this Tuesday evening at the workshop how to do that. Until then, this is Coach Richard Olo reminding you, beyond your office walls, there's a kingdom waiting for you to build. Don't let another month pass by without taking action. Take the first step. Register now. Show up on Tuesday. Let's build your offer together. So, and if this video helped you to see your corporate skills in a new light, I want to do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button now. Why? We are on a mission to get from 500 subscribers to 10K in the next 3 months. That's my challenge. And we can only do it with your help. Hit that subscribe button now and share this video with one corporate professional who needs to hear this message. Maybe your teammate. You've been talking about this. This is the time. Share it with them. And remember, knowledge is simply potential. But packaged knowledge, that's where the profit. I'm Coach Richard Olo. And as I said, this is the Beyond Office program. I will see you Tuesday evening at the workshop. Let's go build your empire.